We're Charlie and Leanne, a couple from California who left our cushy suburban life to spend the next several years cruising around the Pacific Ocean on our boat, Juliet. And our little dog, too. In our last episode, we shared what we do to keep busy in La Paz, did a walkthrough of all of our many boat upgrades, and went snorkeling with the whale sharks. In this episode, we experience Mardi Gras Mexican-style, and then we finally leave La Paz. We shake out the sails and drop anchor at beautiful Isla Partida, where Bubba gets to ride in the dinghy, run on the beach, and watch pelicans dive bomb for their dinner. All over Mexico, it's carnival time. Here in La Paz, they take their carnival very seriously, with families coming from far and wide to ride the rides, play the games, and most importantly, watch the parade. As the crowds lined up on both sides of the Malecon, the floats started their journey. There appeared to be a distinct Aztec theme going on, as many of the floats were filled with elaborate Aztec-style costumes and decorations. The parade had dance troupes, crazy costumes, and all manner of wildly decorated floats, getting ever more elaborate as the parade went on. And one thing I learned, here in Mexico, they like their parades loud. This one was a favorite of mine, as the dancers seemed particularly invested. As the sun began to set behind the Malecon, the floats began to take on an amazing golden glow. And with the flapping of an Aztec rainbow cape, the parade came to a dramatic end. We headed back to the marina, where we were treated to one of La Paz's patented crimson sunsets. I swear, I have never seen sunsets like I have in La Paz. I don't know if they'll be like this in other parts of Mexico, but I sure hope so.
Taking off, we're going to go up into the Sea of Cortez. First we'll visit the local islands, then we'll go across the Baja Peninsula side and work our way up to about Loreto, turn around and come back, and we plan to be back here in La Paz on I think April 1st. So we're just untying the lines and power, and we'll be shoving off shortly.
We took advantage of a break between wind events to finally get out of La Paz. Yes, we actually left La Paz. After 3 months in marinas, dozens of boat upgrades, and probably way too much money spent on them, we were finally on our way to live the life we were dreaming of, on the hook, which in cruiser parlance means at anchor and not in a marina. And here's Bubba doing what he does when we're at sea, napping next to the skipper. Forecasts showed very light wind, but we were lucky to get just enough to shake out the sails and get in about 2 hours of actual sailing right after leaving the La Paz Channel, with winds from the northeast putting us on a close reach. Charlie was thrilled to actually have some canvas out. Well, we had to drop the sails. The wind had died. We kind of knew that was going to happen. Windy.com showed us that around 4 o'clock the wind was going to die, and it's a little after 4 now, so we dropped the sails. But we're making good time. We should be at our anchorage in between the islands of Espiritu Santo and Partida in about 2 hours, so maybe by sunset, and then we'll crack open a bottle of wine and sit in the cockpit and enjoy the scenery. It took us about 5 hours to get to our destination of Isla Partida, passing by some pretty cool rock formations along the way. And there's the entrance to our anchorage dead ahead, which will be our home for the next 2 nights. Good morning. It's a bright morning. The sun just rose and it's hitting me in the eyes. And we are anchored at Isla Partida. Well, we're actually in the slot in between Isla Partida and Isla Espiritu Santo, which is a really beautiful anchorage. We'll start out here. You can see that's where we came in. So that's the opening to the anchorage. And then on this side is Isla Partida. Over there you can kind of see a fish camp, just kind of a shack where the fishermen camp out when they're fishing here. And the morning sun is just making this beautiful red color just stand out here on Isla Partida. And continuing around the anchorage, here we'll walk up to the bow of the boat. A few other boats here. And there is the slot where you can take your dinghy to go between the 2 islands to the other side. And here we're looking right into the sun, but that's Isla Espiritu Santo. And all around us, you can see turtles popping their little heads up. Don't know if I can catch one right now, but I'll give it a try. The water here is just flat calm. This is a really good anchorage because it's protected nearly 360 degrees around. So we were kind of having some north winds going on, and it's just total protection. And it's last night sleeping, it was like being in the marina. I mean, it was just no movement at all. This water is so flat. They keep popping their heads up all around us. There's one right there. Mr. Turtle. There's another one. You can tell when they're popping up. You can hear a little sound when they expel air. We just had lunch on the boat, and we launched the dinghy using our dinghy davits for the very first time, and it worked great. Woohoo! We're about to go for a little dinghy ride and take Bubba with us because he loves riding in the dinghy. We just got some new neighbors in that beautiful ketch right behind us. Maybe we'll pop over and say hello. Caleta Partida is part of the Natural Marine Park that encompasses the islands of Espiritu Santo and Partida. The anchorage is actually the crater of a large, now extinct volcano, and you can still see the circular shape and the high sloping walls of volcanic rock in the cove. There's really nothing here but a small sandy beach and a few fish huts. We landed our dinghy on the small spit of sand at the pass-through between the islands, and Bubba got to do what he loves most, run balls out along a sandy beach. After hours cooped up on a small boat, that's a pretty exhilarating thing. That's so much fun, huh? Go see Daddy! Go see Daddy! Next, we dinghied over to the Partita side, where we checked out the rock formations and passed some time watching the pelicans dive bombing for their dinner.
Check out these sea caves. Pretty interesting. In these beautiful red rocks.
And then back to Juliet. We've got a full refrigerator, lots of fresh veggies, and a full stock of canned goods, so we're ready for our month off the grid in the beautiful Sea of Cortez. Come back next week to follow along with us as we leave Partita and head for the tiny fishing village of San Evaristo. The winds shift to the south, allowing us to do some downwind sailing. At San Evaristo, we buy some fish on the beach, drink beers at a quintessential beach palapa, see a shipwreck, and then to top it all off, we witness a truly magical rainbow.